Portable power and solar junkies, listen up because I got one for you today. Under 400 bucks for a 100 watt solar panel and a 600 watt power station. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and yeah, today we're going to be taking a look at a power station or solar generator or portable power station and a solar panel from AllPowers. Now, having something like this that is reliable is really important depending on where you live. I live in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We get hurricanes all the time. Not only that, we get nor'easters and just the occasional power outage from whatever wind and rain that we're getting out here. I cannot sleep without a fan and maybe the TV on, so I have a couple of these things right. As a matter of fact, I've got 4 or 5 of them right now, and they're super effective for that. I also ride a lot of personal electric vehicles like electric skateboards, scooters, bikes, that type of thing, and I play electric guitar. Everything that I have needs power, right? So I decided that I wanted to start charging my electric skateboards and scooters and things like that purely from the sun. And I'm not always able to do that, but when I can, it's fantastic. And it means absolutely zero emissions or power taken from the grid. So I get to go out and ride knowing that I got the power for free. So I want to make sure I get this right. This is the R600 and the SP027 100 watt solar panel. And right now it's on sale down from $699 at $469. And then they've got a coupon code on there for $90 off, Best R600. And man, that makes this thing, what, $375, $380? That's for both pieces, and that's a really good deal if the product is good. And I'm just gonna spoiler alert it for you right now. It's a good product. Now, I don't do a lot of head-to-head comparisons with Bluetti and all that kind of stuff, but I do have those, and I gotta say this is as good or better than any of the other ones that I've got. So we're gonna take a look at the website and the specs. I'll show you a lightning unboxing just so you see how the box comes and everything that's in it. Then we'll take it outside and do a test with the solar panel plugged into it to see what kind of power we're getting, and then I'm gonna plug an electric skateboard into it, and these things have large batteries in them, and they have a lot of draw to them. So we're gonna see how it all works out. Let's go. All right, well, let's take a look at the website real quick, look at the specs on this. This is the R600 portable power station, 600 watt with 299 watt hour LiFePO4 battery. That's how I call it, LiFePO. And you do want those batteries when you're talking about these power stations. They have much longer life to them, more cycles, and they're just much more reliable. So it has a 600 watt AC pure sine wave inverter, 1200 watt surge, 299 watt hour capacity. It does 400 watt max fast charging. Again, the LiFePO battery with 3500 plus life cycles to 80%. 10 outputs for charging multiple devices at once. Smart control and monitor in AllPowers app. 300 watt max solar input. That would be if you're actually chaining a few of these panels together, or if you had a panel that did 300 watts. Easy to carry, fast charging, safe and reliable, and cost effective. It does have UPS support, so if you want to use this thing as a UPS for your computer at your desk or whatever, it will work that way. They have a coupon code on their website right now for Best R600. You get $90 off. It's already marked down from $699 to $469 for this setup. You can get just this right here by itself, and that will cost you $299 just for the power station. So it has 2 AC outlets, 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and 2 DC output, 1 car cigarette lighter, and 15 watt wireless charger. That would be what's up here on top. With an output of up to 600 watts, AllPowers R600 outdoor generator is specifically designed for charging kettle, juice, laptops, car refrigerator, drone, and other outdoor electronics. As you see in this graphic right here, up to 10 devices simultaneously. Now they say you can charge from 0 to 100% in 1 hour. That's with their AllPowers fast charging technology. No bulky power brick. All they have is the single cable to recharge it at most 400 watt max. Please pardon my mess with all these electric skateboards and stuff, but yeah, let's just go ahead and give this a test. I want to see. We'll just plug this in right here. Let's see what kind of charging we get out of that. Wow, look at that, 436 watts input. That's nice. Yeah, they're not messing around with that fast charging, are they? I do want to point out that she's pretty loud when the fans kick in. Check it out. Now that's because it's charging right now, but if you're using a few different devices on it, that fan can kick in and it can be loud. They do have a note on here. At present, some iPhone 13 and 14 may not be able to perform wireless charging due to the thickness of the camera. I've noticed it on this phone right here. This is an iPhone 14 Pro. I think this little bump right here pushes it off of the plate too far. So if I take the case off, it will charge. With the case on, it won't. And like this graphic right here says, the LiFePO 4 battery will last 6 times longer. You have a warranty of 5 years on this. It has high temperature protection, low temperature protection, over discharge protection, over charge protection, overload protection, short circuit protection, and over current protection. Some of their estimates say that a car refrigerator could go 5 to 6.5 hours, a fan 4 to 5 hours, that one's important to me, a television 2 to 2.5 hours, that's important to me, lights 7 to 8 hours, and a camera 20 to 25 hours. A little breakdown of where all the features are on here. Alright, so this is the first time that I'm setting this one up, and it shouldn't be too difficult because boom, all you got to do is pull it apart like that, and it's ready to go. It has its legs right here, so we're just going to kick those out. Velcro. Very happy that those are built in. Whip that around. Also, there are 4 little loops on here in case you need to hang it or something like that, so not too bad. Sun's right up above us. The angle on this might not be perfect, but just for a first setup here. Now in the back here, you'll see that this does have some kind of weatherproofing on the zipper. I'm just going to open up that zipper. And we've got our cables in here. This one would be good if you have something that has an 8mm jack on it. I think that's the size, but this is probably what we're going to use. Now this cable right here is the cable that is attached to the panel. And right here on the side of this, boom, we open up that, and that is where your connector is for the solar panel. So we'll just connect that. And that. Then this one, we're just going to connect to this. All right, I just looked at the connector that was on that one, and it isn't rounded like this one, so we're going to use this cable that came with the actual solar generator. Okay, so now we're going to take that connector and we're just going to plug it in right here. And it is showing that it is charging, and right now we're at 60 watts on input. So I'm not picking the best time of day because the sun is almost directly above us. I'd have to lay these things down. Actually, let's try that. I'm just going to lay it down. We're going to see. So, you know, this is a 100-watt panel. I believe that's what it is. I have to check, but I'm pretty sure this is a 100-watt panel. Right now, laying down like this, it's getting 70%. So, you know, it just depends on how, 70 watts of input into that. So it just depends on how you have it laying out. So there we go. All right, well, let's go ahead and plug one of these in here. And we'll turn that section on. And after I plug that in, the fan kicked in right away. You're going to have more stuff on the display here. Now this is supposed to do pass-through, so let's plug the board in and find out. All right, it's charging. So it's charging at 55 watts and the output is 124 watts. That is charging this board right now. So that is pretty cool. Get this so you can see. Indicator indicator is red right now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the app, so let's do that. When you get in here, that's the device. If that wasn't showing here, then you would just add a device. Let's see, so right now there's 48% remaining. It says that there's 3 days and 14 hours at the state that it's in right now. It could just sit there like that for that long. 86 hours and 2 minutes. Shows you your input and your output. And if you want to turn on the different sections, you just use the switches right there on the screen on the app. And you'll notice, check this out, as soon as I turn on the AC, the fans kick right in when you turn on that AC, and the fans are pretty loud on this thing. That's probably one of the only detractors I have with it. You can turn on the next section, which is DC, and then you can actually turn on your LED light right there if you want to do that, which you can also do right here on the display or on the device itself. It's only one setting for that light. Some of them have, like, you know, SOS and things. This is just one setting. You can switch it from 50 hertz to 60 hertz, and what you can do is go up here to the 3 dots in the upper right corner. You hit those, and then you can go in here and you can change how it's going to charge. So you can have it in fast mode, standard mode, or mute mode. Of course, fast mode is going to charge it the fastest. Standard is going to, it's going to do it standardly. And with mute mode, it actually, I think they're saying muting the fans, because this thing, the fans will turn on as soon as you plug it in. But I think mute mode actually does it with some kind of an algorithm so that it doesn't make all that fan noise. And then, of course, down here, you've got your eco mode shutdown times. And I've got it in eco mode now, so that after 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, or 6 hours, it will shut itself down if it's not being used. All right, so let's just plug a few things in here. Right now, there's one plug and there's the other plug. Of course, you've also got your car plug right there. All of those are nice silicone seals, so we're gonna plug that in. You'll see that the light on this is turned green. It's gonna turn red when I plug it in to the board. Okay, so now that is charging. This board may be pretty much full right now, so if we don't get a whole lot of output on the wattage on that, that might be why. Let's do this then. We're going to go ahead and plug this in, and we will plug in this Insta360 camera. That's charging. And then I've got this little spark amp right here from Positive Grid. It's something I might actually have with me when I'm out at the beach or something like that, so we'll just move that back a little bit. Put this over here. We'll plug that in right there. Right there. All right, so we've got a few things charging right now. Now, as you saw with the other electric skateboard that I plugged in, it was drawing 124 watts. I think this skateboard here is actually pretty much full, so it's probably trickle charging that right now, but hey, there we go. So you got several devices, and let's go ahead and drop the phone on there too. Like I said, if I take the case off of the phone, it works fine. It's just, I think, this bump right here for the camera, but it's charging right now. So that's quite a few devices plugged into it, and I could plug in even more, so there we go. So yeah, the fact that I'm able to charge my electric skateboards from something this small is really nice. I mean, I can charge my electric skateboard, my phone, my computer, my camera, all that at once if I want to. That 400 watt fast charging, it's accurate, man. That is good. It works really well. I'm pretty sure you've got to use the app to change it from that to it or whatever, but it's great. The app works really good, so I have no problems with that. And speaking of storms and stuff, if I know I'm gonna have a stormy day and it's possible that the power could go out, I can just power everything down, plug it all into this. It could be my UPS. I think that's great too. I believe that UPS stands for uninterrupted power source. So if the power goes out within 3 or 4 milliseconds, poof, it just switches over to that. And so, I mean, it's like a real generator, right? All in all, just on value alone, this is a fantastic setup. The ease of use of the panels, I don't have to fold them all out. They have the kickstands on them already. It's already got the cables and connectors in the pouch. You may need a different one, but my power station came with that. So my bottom line is, I really like this thing. The display on it looks really good. It's got really good features to it. The value, the cost of it is really, really good. And it does everything that it promises. Plus it's got those LiFePO batteries, so I'm digging that. Yeah, I'm a big old geek, man. I love all this stuff. Solar power, solar generators, solar panels, of course, electric skateboards, bikes, and scooters, and all that kind of stuff. This is the stuff that it just really gets my blood going. I'm like, yes. So if you're interested in this, I'm going to put a link down there for you in the description. You'll see the coupon code. I don't have my own coupon code. But yeah, you can check it out for yourself with the link that's down there in the description. I really want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. It's been around since 2013. I've, always covered the things that are my passions, and well, this is definitely one of them. So I appreciate your support on that. I do have a thanks button down there if you want to support the channel monetarily. It is not inexpensive to run these channels with all the lights and cameras and memory cards and you name it. But yeah, the easiest way to support me is by giving giving this video a like if you like what you see. And, well, there's a red subscribe button down there, a notification bell. You click both of those, you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. But thank you so much again for your support. Very humbling to me. And that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.